To give us the latest on the province of La Union, we now have Governor Mario Eduardo Ortega. Good morning, sir. Can you hear us okay?
Yes, good morning to all of you there.
Okay, sir. So, of course, our hearts go out to all those who were affected by Maymay and Luis there in La Union. It was one of the hardest hit areas here in the country, ano? Pero so far, sir, what's the latest situation in your province?
Well, it's a little bit of a little blessing na wala po kami masyadong casualties na naririnig ko. So far, as far as I am informed, wala po naman na related sa typhoon. Ano? Aside from that, there are news na may mga baha and all that. But when we go there, uuupa naman kaagad and all that. The good news there is the drainage system is working. Now, yung kasing agriculture, yun ang nakakalungkot dahil I think lalaki pa yung reported damage namin. Ang initial pa lang namin is about 11 million. But usually, hindi pa kami nakakapunta sa mga parklang areas talaga and to receive and get the damage report, no? Now, yung ating mga roads, okay naman ang especially mga main roads. May mga konting landslides na napabalita noon na we have attended to. So everything is actually passable. But babalikan po rin namin yung mga nag-landslide to make it at least two-way. Kasi usually pagka nag-landslide, ang standard dyan one-way muna. Para pagka meron ng daan, we can use of the equipment to address other areas.
Right. But how many families po are affected in your locality, Governor?
Well, there are about 5,000 plus families affected as of now. Pero most of them are already, yung mga iba umuwi na, yung mga iba nasa mga kamag-anak lang nila dun sa mga beside, yung mga katabi nilang mga barangay or interpopulation area, no? There are just probably a few hundred na lang siguro ang natitira sa mga evacuation areas.
Sir, dire-diretso po kasi from Luis to Maymay. Yung kay Luis pa lang po, nagka-evacuations na and even more so with Maymay. Has there been any kind of relief, any sense of relief or mas nahihirapan pa po?
Well, the way ang projection naman nila, it is just the monsoon, ano. Okay lang naman, basta wag lang masyadong malakas na matagal na tuloy, no. Ang problema talaga namin dito sa La Union, whatever falls in the mountains, they end up here in our place, especially sa Benguet area. Baguio, ganyan. Lahat ng rivers kasi nila ang bagsak dito sa La Union. So that now multiplies the amount of water that lalo na dun sa mga river areas namin, sa mga delta, no? They're the ones that are actually flooded.
Governor, nabanggit nyo nga po, at least 11 million pesos of agricultural damage was recorded. Sir, ano po bang mga lugar at mga pananim o crops yung pinaka natamaan dito?
Well, as of now, usually karamihan yan mga rice. Yung mga vegetables na iba. In fact, yung isang demo farm ng probinsya, yun ang may report ako na may na-damage ng konti. But on the actual damage, I have not actually assessed it as of now. Pero yun yung mga initial pa lang na pinapasabi. Ang tobacco kasi, tapos naman na ang tobacco season dito .
So sir, magpapaabot po ba kayo, Governor, ng assistance lalo na sa mga magsasaka?
Oh, always. Alam mo yan ang standard na namin. In fact, this is where I will take this opportunity to be thanking our President. No? Alam mo, mahal na mahal kami niyan dito. So, kakaingitan siguro nung iba, but anong magagawa ko? No? Parang din niya kumisa, may favorite kang tao. No? But, with us here, we feel the help of all the national agencies. I am sure you have discussed this with DSWD, with OCD, the PNP, and all other agencies concerned, no? Ang tulong dito, hindi sila nagkukulang. And our coordination with them is fantastic. We have a excellent communication as far as effort to address the present situation is concerned.
Well, kamusta naman po when it comes to basic necessities yung sa mga affected families po pagdating po sa water, linya ng communication, kuryente, how are things there in La Union?
Well, dito naman sa DOH natin, they provide yung parang yung medicine na nilalagay sa water that even it's a little bit hindi yung ganun ka-clear, but it makes it safe for them to drink, that is available especially. Alam mo, bago pa lang yung bagyo, meron na yung mga yan, naka-preposition na yung iba. And like what I told you, constant ang sabi nila. Now, alam mo, yung tubig dito, mas ang problema nila pagka yung wala itong bagyo kasi yung service provider ang problema. Yung dating Prime Water, I do not know the actual situation right now, pero maraming nagko-complain na wala silang tubig na nakukuha. So this is what we were about to address. Sumama naman itong bagyo. So, medyo nagkaroon na naman ng delay.
Gov, kanina napag-usapan niyo po yung agricultural areas ninyo, pero what about the seaside towns? Kamusta naman po yung water levels? Are there strong waves? Pinalikas po ba yung mga pamilya by the sea?
Most of the time, every time that we have a typhoon, we usually ask them to evacuate before the typhoon even hits, Pero meron pa rin yung mga matitigas ang ulo. You cannot blame them, So we try to assure them na most of the time kasi itong mga fishermen, if they don't go out and fish for today, wala pong kakainin yung pamilya nila. So we make sure na yung pamilya po nila, pag hindi po sila nakapaglayag, o hindi sila nakapunta sa dagat, we give them a little assistance on food security. So that is one of the things that we do from constantly. Binibigyan po namin sila ng subsistence, especially dun sa mga evacuation areas where they are given the relief goods. Sometimes yung relief, yun ang inuuwi nila for a day or two that will get them across before they can go back to work. Right now, we do not advise them to go out in the sea. Medyo rough pa rin ng konti ang dagat.
Well, Governor, ngayong tagulan at may mga pagbaha, hindi po natin maiiwasan na pag-usapan yung mga flood control projects. Ilang mga grupo po they're calling already for an investigation into 19 flood control and drainage projects that are worth more than 773 million pesos. Kayo po, Governor, sa inyong provincial government, may nakita na po ba kayong mga flood control structures na substandard po o kahit yung mga ghost project pa nga na tinatawag?
Well, I will not preempt those people who are investigating it. But as far as my knowledge is concerned, hindi naman po nangyayari yan dito. But then, some of the records are not with us, In fact, when this thing happened, I was not the governor then. So there are a lot of, how would I call it, yung monitoring ko ng ganyan, hindi talaga kumpleto. Because pumutok ko yung flood control na yan, I was not yet in office as of that time.
Pero sir, effective po ba yung mga flood control nyo dyan sa La Union?
Well, as far as I have seen, effective naman po sa mga ibang lugar, although there are others na hindi pa po kumpleto. So the effectiveness of the flood control depends also on the completeness of the whole project. That is what I have aired to Secretary Vince, na may mga flood control na kailangan din ma-address natin. Especially dito po sa highways natin. Kaya nagkakaroon ng flood yan kuminsan. The drainage system is not adequate or kulang po or kailangan lakihan, i-improve ng ganon. So, kasi ang highways dapat all year, all time na open yan. So you have to address the drainage of the water falling down, coming from the mountains, going through across the highways and all that. But so far, I would say that things are doing well here in our place.
Well, I want to go back to the families are affected. Are there still displaced families po na nasa evacuation center, Governor?
Meron pero konti na lang. Yung mga areas na lang talaga na hindi sila makabalik because underwater yung mga bahay siguro nila and all that. So yun ang we take care of them. Sometimes we go out of our way to assist them in going back, yung paglikas po nila and all that.
Meron po bang plano ang government ng La Union to relocate these families para po hindi naman po every time there's bagyo ay inililikas po sila?
Alam mo kung minsan, yung planong ililikas namin sila i-relocate is always there. In fact, even the national government is doing its part na ganyan. Pero kung minsan yung tao matigas ang ulo, ilipat mo na, after about a week or so, nandun na naman po sila.
Wala po kasi silang livelihood.
I cannot take it because yun ang sinasabi nila, yung livelihood nila, nandun din, ganon-ganon. But you cannot do it overnight. You cannot do it even in a month or two. Can you imagine you are going to teach them na bagong livelihood in a month or two? Yung tradition kasi nila, hindi, ito lang ang alam kong trabaho. Ganon din lang. So it is not just the physical thing, but yung mental na concept nila, no, you have to turn it around. It's not as easy, believe me. But we are doing a lot of things about it.
All right.
Siguro lastly, sir, what message do you want to send po to the residents of La Union amid the continuous rains?
Well, just like with any other interviews that I have, especially with media, no, I take this opportunity to air for them to listen to radios, social media, and all other forms of na makakakuha sila ng information as to the actual situation in their places. And if need be, report things na yung mga nasira, lalo na yung mga fallen wires ng trees, yung may mga kuryente and all that, so we can act on it. Kunyari meron yung mga maliliit na mga hanging bridge or bridges that are affected, for them to come out and inform the government, local government, kahit yung barangay nila, para ho mas madaling malaman namin and we can address the situation much faster. And for them to stay safe.
All right, maraming salamat po for joining us this morning. That was La Union Governor Mario Eduardo Ortega.
Maraming salamat din po sa inyo for giving us the opportunity. Thank you.